exciting episode of Becoming a Product. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today we have another special guest who's going to talk to us about how she was able to juggle being a student and transitioning to product management as well. Without wasting time, the product queen herself, Esther, good afternoon. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, Naya. How are you?
I'm good. How's your day going?
Perfectly fine. And how about you?
All is well here. Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the pod. Before we start our questions,
Yeah.
I usually like people telling us stories of how they became product managers. So, why did you choose product management, and how did you transition into it?
I've always actually had this passion for tech before now. And I kind of like applied for this tech program called Tech Up Girls. So it was more like a boot camp. So it was, I think, 6 weeks. Yes, boot camp. And they were just touching a bit of tech stuff and like main tech stuff. Yeah. Particularly product management, social media management, a bit of product design. So we're just touching it. So there was nothing like you being in a particular niche, like a product manager or a product designer. They just touched everything for us. And we just had more like a basic knowledge of what tech was all about. So Tech Up Girls. And after the program, I spoke to a very good friend of mine who's a doctor. So I spoke to him about my interest in tech. And one day he was like, okay, since you're so interested about tech, there's this program, there's this fellowship that I heard about. Why not apply? And he introduced me to the Women Techsters Fellowship. So I applied. Prior to this time, I've been applying for several opportunities, but I had not gotten it. So when he told me about this, I was kind of skeptical because I didn't want any sorry, I cannot do this, or sorry, could not pick you at this time. But then he just said, that's the worst thing that can happen, that I should just apply regardless. So I applied. After applying, he kind of like encouraged me to follow up with their open day. So the Women Techsters Fellowship have what they call open day program. So I joined their open day, and on this particular day, there was this project manager that spoke, a Ghanaian. She spoke about her journey in tech. I was so inspired. I loved how she spoke. I loved that confidence. I heard about her story. She spoke about her challenges and how well she's doing in the tech space as a female. And I got inspired by her. And then I just told myself, okay, this might not be too bad. I think I can do this. When she spoke of certain skills, a lot of persons kind of like asked questions, and she answered based on, okay, so if you have these leadership skills, if you love to be at the forefront of things, okay, you can apply for product management. If you love this, you can do this. And the whole thing just got me so excited. And I just thought to myself, okay, so this might be it, because I've had my hands on software development before. That's in terms of front end. And then I just really didn't see myself doing a lot of coding, just sitting down, doing a lot of coding. I didn't see myself doing all that. So I just said, let me just try this. And I did. And so, yeah, I am. I got into the fellowship. And yes, by God's grace, so here I am, a product manager. So that was how I got to know about product management and got to transition into product management.
Thank you so much for that. It's very inspiring. I don't even know how you did it. Being in the fellowship myself, it was hard. Why were you able to combine that while being a student as well?
Honestly, Naya, it was hard. It was very, very, very difficult. I won't lie. So because, okay, at the time I got the opportunity, the scholarship for Women Techsters Fellowship, I was in my final year in school, and that was like first semester at 400 level. It was during the ASU strike of 8 months ASU strike that happened. So after the ASU strike, that was when I joined. Towards, I think at the middle of ASU strike, that was when I got the scholarship. So when school resumed, I had to resume. And it was There are some days I had to listen to the voice, like listen to the class. And women texters classes are always live for 4 hours, from 10 to 2. So I had to put in earpiece, and there'll be a lecturer in the class. So it was difficult. Why there are some days I would just leave the call to just be playing. I would just leave the class to keep playing because I need my attendance too. So attendance was very, very important. So I would just stay there. I won't be listening to anything. I have to listen to my lecture. And after that, I would go back, listen to the recordings of every single thing. Yeah. So it was very difficult. I won't lie, it was hard at some point. At some point, I felt like giving up. But then I just told myself, I've gone the long way. So just no need giving up right now. Because it was towards the end of the fellowship too. So I just said, let me just stay. And yeah, that's just it. It was very difficult. But then I was just able to pull through due to good time management skills too.
Okay, what specific time management skills do you deploy for that?
Okay. So what I did basically was to compare my class timetable. So you have timetable for each lectures, and I did more like a to-do list. My to-do list is so comprehensive that I had a time to brush my teeth. I had a time to have my bath. Like every single minute, every single second, like means a lot to me. So I could not just miss any minutes. So I just had to do this to-do list on my phone. I need to wake up like at this period, do this, and then I still need to read my book and also still write my projects because it's final year, and then you have your final year projects you need to keep up with. Yes. So I was just having every single minute for this, and then I'll be like, Women Techsters is going to have 10 to 12, and after that, when I get home, I need to read my book. After the day's lecture, read what I've learned for the day. So I would have retentive memory of what was taught in class. After that, I would eat my food, have a rest. After having a rest, the next thing I have to do is to listen to the recordings for 4 hours. So that was literally how my day was. I didn't have time for so much pleasure. The only time I had for pleasure basically was just on Sunday. And then after service, I'm a Christian, so after going to church, I would just come back, sleep, and then maybe hang out with friends on Sunday. That was just the only time I had for myself. The rest of the days, all the 6 days, were quite busy for me because I really need to keep up with schoolwork, and I also need to keep up with learning Women Techsters Fellowship. So I had to just form a to-do list, and I had alarm. So when it is time for this, my alarm would ring and tell me, okay, you have this, and then I would just schedule the whole thing and tell myself I need to keep up with this time. So yes, that was just how I was able to do it.
What course were you doing in school?
Okay, I read English studies. Yeah.
Combine both together. Were you experiencing any challenges? Did you experience anyone, and how did you overcome it? I know being a student is hard on its own. So to combine that with a good camp and your zeal, like transition must have been. I'll tell you the picture how you did everything together. So what specific challenge, what specific setback did you experience, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, I would start from when I first got my scholarship, the Women Techsters program. Okay, so the first thing was that immediately I got into the fellowship, my laptop got spoiled. Yes.
Wow.
And then I was having network issues. So I was at Ogun State because of the strike. I was home in Ogun State, and at that time, Glow was very bad where I was. So I would have to walk to my friend's place, which is like 15 minutes away from my house. I would walk down to my friend's place, use his laptop to listen to the meetings, listen to the classes rather, and also follow up in terms of data. He would provide me with data. I have to subscribe to him, and then you have to provide me with data. That was my number one challenge. I was working every single day, 15 minutes. I burned a lot of calories, trust me. It was enough. it was enough exercise for me. So after that, I went back to school, and then I had to start using my neighbor's laptop. So every single time when we're given more like a mini project to do, I would use my neighbor's system to work on it. And then you can also maneuver by using your phone, because the main channel for communication was just Microsoft Teams. And Microsoft Teams is kind of user friendly, and it has a mobile app too. So basically, I was making use of the mobile app. So it's made every single thing easier for me too. So that was part of the challenges that I faced, getting good gadgets to follow up on the classes. Yeah, basically, that was just my major problem, being transitioning into product management. And also, I think there were times where I had classes, like I had tests in school, and then the fellowship, the classes would be going on in the fellowship, and it was just, I can't even describe how crazy it was at that time. I would just leave my phone and mute myself. The class would just be going on. I have to reduce the volume. If not, it will be heard, because whenever we're having tests, the whole hall is going to be very quiet. So you don't want to be the scapegoat. I don't want your phone to be seized. So I'll keep it inside my bag. The class will just be playing. Every single thing will be playing. And then I'll be sorting out my test. And after that, I have to go back again. Ah, my God. It was, the journey is kind of hectic. Very, very, very hectic. Thinking about it now, I'm just telling myself that, wow, I tried. Yeah, basically.
It's not me that I'm not a student. I know what I went through to try to get this journey, and you trying to combine all two of them together. It's just, I really applaud you for that. You really tried. I wanted to ask, so if someone wanted to do like, is in school right now, a student like you were, and they're trying to transition as well, what is one advice you give them to like motivate them that really helped you during your time?
I would just say, set your priorities right. Basically, set your priorities right. Be disciplined. Set your priorities right. Be very, very, very disciplined. The place of discipline cannot be overemphasized. You need to be disciplined. You need to be determined. Tell yourself, okay, I want to do this. I've started this, so I need to finish it. Don't look at the challenges that you're facing. Obviously, there are so many persons that have multitasked. The same things. A lot of persons have gone through the same thing that you're going through. I think there was even a time I met a particular student that was working 2 jobs, and this is a full-time student working 2 jobs and still being a student, struggling with a lot of things. So I actually got my inspiration from that person. He said, Esther, just be very disciplined. So that's the same thing I'm going to say. Be disciplined, be focused, know what you want. If it is what you want to go for, if it is what you want to see yourself doing in the future, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time. So one primary thing I do is I look at the mirror, and then I tell myself that, okay, so in 10 years' time, I want to be as big as this. So because of the future that I'm seeing ahead of me, the greatness I'm seeing ahead of me, I just need to tell myself that I need to do this. I need to be very disciplined and focused. So once your priorities are set as the main thing, know what you need to do at this time. Know what you don't need to do at this time. Pleasure will surely come. But then don't be jack of all shit. Just set your priorities right, so you'll be able to like know what to do. Yeah, know what to do at this time too. So basically, please play at as much as you can. Please play too. So you won't miss out on social life, because at the end of the day, it's the fun things that we've had with friends that will keep us going. So please have enough time. But then basically, set your priorities right so you know what to do when you need to do them.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So I was kind of curious that all these things that you went through, having to juggle school and juggle transitioning into product manager, do you believe it helped you as it helped you as a PM today?
Yes, it actually did.
Right?
It helped me to learn the place of priority. I know prioritization is one of the key thing, key feature of a product manager. You need to know what to put at priorities. You need to know the features that needs to go first and the features that needs to go last. You need to know every single thing. So that really helped me a lot. And it helped me to be disciplined too. And every product manager, you need to be very, very disciplined in that you don't postpone things. Whatever needs to be done at this time needs to be done at this time. It's actually shaped a lot of things in my life. The whole transition journey helped me to be much more focused on a lot of things. So as a PM, yeah, I learned a lot by knowing when to prioritize features. When it comes to like facing deadlines, yeah, how to work with deadlines, how to manage deadlines too. Basically, yeah, I think it also contributed to that too.
As you were able to juggle, it will help with your prioritization skills, it will help with your time management skills. It also helps with the way you
Yeah,
bounce back from
yes.
challenges. Like you're able to bounce back from your laptop being fault and you looking for other means to continue your learning in product management. Well, thank you so much for all this lesson.
Thank you for having me. My pleasure.
Yeah, so I hope you guys learned a thing or two. So if you're a student and you feel that it's hard, just so that if you set your priorities straight, if you're disciplined, you can actually achieve what you set in mind to achieve. So as usual, if you have any questions, if you have your experiences you want to share, reach out to me on social media, reach out on LinkedIn, on Spotify, on Instagram, whichever one